Well, breaking news coming in as regard to that story itself and the embarrassment in the details continue to rise. Rajeev Mehta, who is charged with drunken driving in Glasgow, in fact, had injured two people. It is a hit and run case now. One of them is seriously injured. Initially, it was said that he had bumped into a vehicle. Now, details are coming out that he was drunk. He hit these two people. He has injured them. And then he ran off to his hotel where the police, in fact, arrested him and also has taken. He is in custody. Now, I'm going across to Boria Majumdar, our consulting sports editor, who is in London right now. Boria, the details are just the emerging data. Details that are emerging are just more shameful. He was, in fact, now it appears, involved in a hit and run case.
Absolutely. These details were confirmed to headlines today about 10 minutes back by Indian officials in Glasgow. They are getting alarmed by the minute, Ankit. There is absolutely no doubt that he now faces serious charges because, as confirmed by the Indian officials, one of the people injured is seriously injured. I asked if it was a life threat. No, it's not a life threat, but the injury is pretty darn serious. Now, if it's a serious injury, you can understand, obviously, the level of penalty will be that much more severe. When he's produced in court tomorrow, it will become that much more difficult for him to get bail, whether it will be imprisonment, for how long the imprisonment will be, what is the level of fine, what will exactly happen to him, what are the charges that are going to be labeled against him. We don't know. But all said and done, this is now a very, very, very serious case.
Boria, throughout the afternoon, we have been talking about this case and almost have run out of adjectives to just describe the disgust and the shame that these officials have caused us. But now also the details that are emerging, this will require a massive effort on the part of the Indian contingent. Is the Indian consulate in touch with them? Are they being provided any sort of a legal help?
They will be, because the Indian High Commission will have to get into the act. In fact, the Sports Ministry officials who are there in Glasgow have confirmed to me that the Indian High Commission will have to get into the act when the charges are levied against them tomorrow in court, when they will be produced in court in Glasgow. One fellow was arrested from the Hilton Hotel. Let me also give you further details. Rajeev Mehta was arrested from the Hilton Hotel, which is where he was staying, and Vijender Singh Malik was arrested from a hostel where he was put up by the Commonwealth Games authorities as a wrestling referee, where he assaulted the receptionist, the lady receptionist at that hostel in Glasgow. So two very different locations, one from the Hilton Hotel, one from a hostel in Glasgow. One is a hit and run case now. He bumped into a car, injured two people, ran away. The police followed him. So the charge can be obstruction of police activity, trying to flee, having caused accident, having caused bodily harm. To what extent the injury is serious, we don't know, but we are being told it is serious. All said and done, it's a complete mess, Ankit. It's an absolute mess. How the Indians will wriggle out of this mess, one doesn't know, but it's a serious, serious national shame.
Absolutely. Boria, these exclusive details that you are getting us, of course, on one side, our athletes are doing so well, but look what has happened. Because of the act of these two, the entire focus has shifted to this utter disgust.
Completely. Now the Indian ministry officials who are there in Glasgow, members of the contingent, they're alarmed because they're, expecting details to come out any minute as to what will happen to these people. Because tomorrow, once the Commonwealth Games ends, tomorrow these people will be produced in court. Now, if they are charged with some serious offense, because make no mistake, they will be charged with some serious offense, because sexual assault or sexual harassment is a very serious charge in Scotland. And I was reading the law. He can even be imprisoned for up to 2 years. And for the other person, Rajeev Mehta, he can be fined £5,000. He can be imprisoned for up to 6 months if it's only drunken driving. But it's not drunken driving only. It is obstruction of police activity. It is trying to flee the scene of an accident. It is a crime where he's caused bodily harm. So one really doesn't know, Ankit, what is going to happen to these two people. And the Sports Ministry in India too has reacted now. So yes, the focus has entirely shifted from the performance of the athletes to the abominable, pathetic behavior of these two gentlemen.